All right, back on the trail. Got lumberjack behind me, Andy. Andy and I are hiking buddies in PA, and we haven't hiked together in a little over a year and a half. 2 years ago over winter, we hiked almost the entire state of Pennsylvania over the course of 5 months, and we are back finishing off the last couple miles. Andy needs to finish the entire state, so beautiful weekend, mid-60s. We're heading to Kirkridge Shelter for the night, and then just on to Delaware Water Gap the following day. So I'll do an update on my foot here in a little bit, but it's getting a little rocky, so I got to start paying attention. Lunch today, Fritos, sport beans, a little Propel drink, and some processed meat and cheese. It's the way you do it on the trail. Got the Z-Packs food bag today. All right, let's do a foot update. Since the last time I updated you, I was off the trail for my through hike attempt. Oh, real quick, we're about a week to 10 days after peak fall foliage, but there's still some color in the woods, which is nice. Anyways, so I get home, and I couldn't weight bear for a good 5-6 weeks. I mean, it was just excruciating. In that time, I saw a sports orthopedist, a podiatrist, and I went and got professionally fitted by a running shoe company near the AT in Bowling Springs called Appalachian Trail or Appalachian Running Company. And what I learned was the shoes that I had been wearing had too small of a drop for the way I walked in my gait. And so what had happened was, because the drop was so small or low, all the pressure was going to the front of my metatarsals, and that's how I ended up that's how they ended up fracturing. It was just finally the bones just said, okay, we've had enough. So I transitioned into Hoka 1-1s running shoes, and as soon as I started wearing them, it was like instant relief. And so that's my shoe from there on out. And I'm wearing the new Merrell Moab ventilators for this hike. Ta-da! Which I really like. They don't have as high of a drop as I really need, but my foot feels good, and they have a good bottom sole. For those of you who have hiked Pennsylvania, the rocks can be pretty brutal on shoes. The tagline is Pennsylvania where boots go to die. So I wanted a shoe that was going to have a good solid bottom that'll get me through this winter season, and would also not put so much pressure on my feet for my metatarsals the way I walk, because I got kind of a jacked up leg condition, which for 2 years I keep talking about, but I never actually explain what it is. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Anyways, beautiful though. With the leaves down, you have to be very careful of the little ankle biters hiding underneath the leaves. But barely any elevation gain or loss. Once you come up, the nice thing about PA is once you come out of a gap, you get 1,000, maybe a 2,000 foot climb over the course of, a mile. But then after that, you're going to be on the ridgeline for 10 to 15 miles. So you don't have to deal with as many ups and downs, which gives you time to pay attention to the ground and the rocks. Rocks for days, miles and miles of little ankle biters. Lots of rocks here. We still got about 4 more miles. And you just have to really concentrate hard in these sections so you don't twist an ankle or anything like that. About 2 miles from the shelter heading northbound, hitting a little boulder field. Looks like there's a clearing up ahead, so we'll check that out. These are the fun kind of rocks, the big ones that you can navigate and you don't have to worry about twisting your ankles. And these are Andy's favorites. He loves these big boulders. All right, out of the boulder field. Forgot there was a little stretch like this, so we picked up the pace real good here and crank it out. We got just a little under 2 miles to go, and met up with a couple 3 southbound through hikers, and I was just filling them in a little bit on what lies ahead for them, and we got a water update up ahead, so life is good. Morning breakfast. This is fairly recent, I understand, and it's really good. I tried it before it came out. Mountain House spicy Southwest breakfast hash. Got a little coffee, and this is like a special edition Caldera cone between Trail Designs and Zelf. It's got the Starlight stove, alcohol based, so I really like it. All right, let's get to eating.
I thought you guys did have a nice sunrise this morning. I saw it from over there.
We got about 6 of these views today. There's a little patch of red still a little color left. Well, the weather's just about perfect on the trail today. Sun's out. We just did about 2 miles over some rocks and boulders, and we just hit this trail, runs on a service road, so we are enjoying this under our feet. And now I'm able to take some video, because on those real rocky sections, you gotta put 100% of your concentration into not taking a fall. But we got about 4 miles to go to Delaware Water Gap. Okay, in the back there, this is the Mount Minzy Overlook, and pretty cool rock formation back there. Got 2 miles to go. Well, when you hear the sound of the cars and see the road, you know your time's coming to the end. We are final mile descent into Stroudsburg. Yeah, heading down into the town of, well, we're heading into Delaware Water Gap, which is essentially an extension of Stroudsburg. And almost at the car, had a great weekend. Temperature's just perfect. And oh, I wanted to give a quick plug. These are the Merrill Moab ventilators. It's the brand new model. They went back to making them wide again. And oh, they just 2 enthusiastic thumbs up. So if you're looking for a new shoe, the Merrill Moab ventilator.